All right, welcome back. We've all been there, right? You're facing that same nagging problem week after week. You slap a patch on it and you think, okay, that's fixed, but then it comes right back. Well, today, we're going to talk about a tool that helps you stop that cycle, to get past the quick fixes and solve problems for good. So let's start by jumping right into what you might call the messy reality of our work. That place where things just don't go according to plan, and we're left kind of scratching our heads wondering why. And let's use a problem that I'm pretty sure every single one of us has experienced. You set up a virtual meeting, you've got your points ready to go, and then nothing. Just crickets. A couple of people might chime in, but most are just silent, cameras off. What is going on? This is the mystery we're going to solve together today. Now, what's our first instinct? It's usually to fix what we see on the surface, the symptom. We might think, oh, I know, I'll just start calling on people randomly. Or, hey, maybe the meetings are just too long. And look, those are just Band-Aids. They might work for a minute, they might change the behavior for that one meeting, but they almost never get to the real, deep-down reason why no one's talking in the first place.
To really get to the bottom of this, we need something a little more structured. We need a tool that lets us put on our detective hat and really investigate.
The official name for this kind of detective work is root cause analysis. It's basically a formal way of forcing ourselves to look past the what, the low participation, and to start digging into the question that really matters. Why is this happening? And the specific tool we're going to use is called the Fishbone diagram. You might also hear it called an Ishikawa diagram. It's just a fantastic visual way to get all the potential causes of a problem down on paper so we can actually see the whole picture.
Our whole investigation is going to follow 4 pretty simple stages. First, we name the problem. Second, we think of some big picture categories for the causes. Third, we just list out every possible cause we can dream up under those categories. And finally, we look at our map of clues and figure out the real root of it all. It's systematic, and believe me, it is incredibly effective.
Okay, let's do this. Let's actually build our diagram. Just think of us as a team of detectives, and we're about to map out every single clue we can find in the case of the silent meeting. So every fishbone diagram starts with the head of the fish. This is always our problem statement, written out clearly over on the right. For us, that's low participation in online meetings. Everything else, all the bones we're about to add, they're all going to connect back to this one central issue. Let's start with the people factors. Could it be something as simple as people just not knowing how to use the virtual tools? Or maybe it's a confidence thing. Is the leader a little hesitant about running an online discussion? And we've got to think about motivation, too. I mean, if people feel like their ideas just get ignored, why would they bother speaking up? Okay, next up, let's look at our methods, the process itself. Did a clear agenda even get sent out so people could come prepared? Or does the meeting just feel aimless, like we're all just talking without a real purpose? That kind of unstructured format is often a huge reason for silence. Then we've got the materials bone. This is all about the actual stuff we're using. Is the software buggy or just a pain to use? What about the presentation? Are we throwing up slides with a wall of text that makes everyone's eyes glaze over? These are real, tangible things that can kill engagement before it even has a chance. And finally, we can't forget the environment. Especially in a remote world, this is huge. Are people trying to join the meeting while also dealing with a bunch of distractions at home? Is their internet connection spotty, making it hard to jump into the conversation? Heck, even scheduling a meeting for 4 p.m. on a Friday, that's an environmental factor that can totally drain participation. So there we have it. We've mapped out all these potential culprits. We've got them all laid out. Now, this is the really powerful part. We get to step back and look for the connections. This is where all those individual clues start to tell a much bigger story. And this is the aha moment. This is where it all clicks. As you look at the whole diagram, a pattern just starts to emerge. You see low leader confidence? Well, that could totally be from a lack of training. You see team members feel unheard. Maybe that's because no one's been trained on how to properly facilitate a discussion. Even the unreliable tools point. Maybe the tools aren't unreliable. Maybe people just don't know how to use them. All of a sudden, you see all these different threads, and they all lead back to one single root cause. Now, here's the crucial thing to remember. Finding the root cause isn't the finish line. Nope, it's the starting block. Because now that we know the real problem, we can build a solution that's actually going to work. So we take our finding and we turn it into a super clear, targeted if-then plan. We're not guessing anymore. We can say with some real confidence, If we provide specific training on how to use our virtual tools and facilitate online, then our team members are going to feel more confident, roles will be clearer, and engagement will go up. See? It's a direct line from cause to solution. And this is the real takeaway here. This whole process lifts us up from just reacting to problems with whatever fix we can think of to proactively designing solutions based on actual evidence. It's the difference between amateur guesswork and a truly professional, repeatable strategy. And of course, it's not a one-and-done deal. It's a cycle. You identify and analyze a problem, you plan and act on it, and then you watch what happens, ready to start the whole cycle over again. This is the engine that drives continuous improvement.
The great innovator Charles Kettering really nailed it when he said, "A problem well stated is a problem half solved." The fishbone diagram doesn't magically solve the problem for you, but it forces you to state it, to understand it, so clearly and so completely that the path to a real solution becomes obvious.
So now, the question for you isn't just about fixing the annoying symptoms you see every day. It's about what's hiding underneath them. What deeper issue in your work, in your team, is just sitting there waiting for a proper investigation? Because now you've got the tool to go find out.